It's funny what a man will do to save his farm and his land. 1922 stars Thomas Jane, which at first I didn't know Thomas Jane was even in this movie. I saw the trailer briefly, but I didn't see his name. But as I'm watching it, I'm thinking, that looks like Thomas Jane, just the older version. And then I Googled it while I was watching it, and I said, okay, yeah, that is Thomas Jane. I did enjoy this film. It's somewhat of a slow burn. Like, it's not a fast-paced film. I guess it was categorized as like a horror, like thriller or whatever, but it's not even that. But I will say it is one of those movies, even though it's not really a horror movie or a scary movie, but it does kind of mess with you because it shows the consequences of the wrong decisions that you make. So the basis of the story is the James family is running this big. They have a big farm, like they have a whole bunch of land, and Wilford wants to keep the land. He's content. He's happy on this farm. You know, he's happy with his wife and his son. Everything is all cool, but his wife wants out. Like, she's tired of the farm life. She's tired of just the smell and everything about it, and she wants to pursue a career in it looks like fashion design. But of course, he's not down for that. He wants to stay in the farm life. So she gives an ultimatum. Okay, well, either we sell the land, get out of Dodge, or, you know, split the money, get a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Or we just leave together. You know, there's no other way. That's when he makes the decision to go in another direction. And he does have a line where he says, you know, in every man lives another man. That probably didn't sound right. In other words, every person has a dark side of them that is really not them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have the person that you are, but then there's somebody else dwelling in there somewhere that you have no idea who that person is. And that person came out of him, and it led him to make a very bad decision. And the rest of the movie is the consequences of that decision that he made. It kind of had shades of The Shining, a little bit of Misery. And there was a film called The Graveyard Shift that came out back in '89 that had a lot to do with rats, and I saw some shades of that too. So there are little sprinkles of Stephen King stories all in this, but it's a great pot of gumbo because I really did enjoy this film. The tone of the film changed with this character's, like, you know, his journey into a dark path. Like, the darker things got, the darker the film started to get. Like, in the beginning, it's all, you know, it's nice, it's sunshine, you know, it's really beautiful out. But as it goes on, it starts to get darker. Then it gets, like, you know, it gets real snowy. Is snowy even a word? It just gets real gloomy. And by the end of the film, you're just left like, damn. After you watch this, you need to watch some like sitcom or like something funny to kind of like get your brain back in a good place, because when I got done with this movie, I felt drained and I felt like, damn, now I feel a little depressed. Okay, so overall, I did enjoy this film. There's nothing bad I could say about it. I thought Tom Jane had a really good performance. I don't know if I say Oscar worthy, but I think it is one of his best performances, because at first I didn't recognize him, but then I kept looking at him. I'm like, okay, that does look like Thomas Jane. But like I said, his performance was so good that, you know what I'm saying, I didn't even notice that. The score kind of reminded me of The Shining because it had kind of like an eerie, kind of creepy score a little bit. And even though it takes place on a farm, it doesn't seem like there's a lot going on. That there is still a lot going on, like, you know, underneath the surface. Some deep shit. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this thing up. I'm going to give 1922, I'm going to give it an A. I thought it was a good piece of filmmaking. I thought it, you know, there's nothing bad I can say about it. I did enjoy this film, but I will not argue if some were to say, okay, this bored the shit out of me. I totally get that. But for me, I enjoyed it. So what did you guys think? Comment below, comment freely. Thank you for watching. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.